Good morning students, Saira. Let us see another example of unseen passage and composition. So let us start by revising what is an unseen passage. What is an unseen passage? Unseen passage means a complete and detailed understanding of the passage. Passage is given. Now what are passages? Passages are sentences combined together. That is like a paragraph or a passage. And then what you have to do, you have to read the passage carefully and understand the meaning of each sentence given in the passage. The main purpose is to test one's ability to grasp the meaning of the given passage. Grasp means to understand, to understand the meaning of each word given in the passage. So the main purpose is to test one's, means the one who is reading the passage, his or her ability to pick up the meaning, to understand the meaning of each sentence in the given passage. Understanding of the passage helps to answer the questions asked on the given passage. Now once you have understood the passage very thoroughly and you have understood what is the passage trying to tell us about, it will be very easy for you to solve the questions based on the given passage. A passage is always followed by questions, and those questions are based on the passage given to you. And once you have understood the passage, you will be able to answer all the questions based on the given passage very easily. Now what are the simple tips of unseen passage? What are the two important things which you have to remember while solving an unseen passage is, first one is read the passage slowly and carefully. Very important, children. See, if we read fast, now suppose if I read Ravi is a boy, he goes to school, he's 10 years old, he's like that. If I go on reading very fast, will I be able to understand any of the sentences in that passage? No. But if I read slowly that Ravi is a boy, he goes to school, he is 10 years old. So if I read in this manner, if I go slowly and read, then I will be able to understand the passage very thoroughly and very clearly. So while reading the passage, students go slow, read slowly and carefully. Then the second thing is understand the meaning of each sentence in the passage. Yes, suppose you have read one line and if you have not understood it, once again read it. Then read the next line also. Try to connect both the sentences together and then surely you will understand the meaning of that sentence. Okay, because what happens is the first sentence is connected to the second is connected to the third. So like that a passage is being made. So if you have not understood any of the sentence, read it again and read it with the next sentence. Then read it the third sentence, and like that you understand the passage. Okay. Now we look at an example of an unseen passage. Read the following passage and answer the questions given below. So I'll read the passage slowly. You also read along with me as I am reading. Okay. Mahatma Gandhi, an apostle of non-violence and preacher of truth, was born on October 2nd, 1869 in Gujarat. So this passage is about a great national leader, and he's none other than Mahatma Gandhi ji. So we all know who was Mahatma Gandhi. He struggled for India's independence. Okay. So Mahatma Gandhi, an apostle means of non-violence, means he used to believe in non-violence. He used to sort out things without violence, means with non-violence, not harming anybody, not fighting with anybody. Okay, so that is called non-violence. He was a very cool and calm person. And preacher of truth. Yes, what he taught is always speak the truth. Okay, never tell lie. If you say one small lie, it gives rise to so many lies, and then a huge burden of lies lying there, and then you fall into a big trouble. See, even if you have done mistake, don't hide anything from your parents. Just tell them whatever the truth is. During that moment, you will get little bit of shouting. You may get little bit of beating. But there and there, your parent will also understand somewhere that yes, my child is speaking the truth. My child is telling me the truth. And they will be proud of you somewhere inside. So always speak the truth. However big mistake you make or however small it is, you should never hide anything from your parents and always speak the truth with everyone. Okay, this will help you to make a good human being. That is called a good human being who always speak the truth. So Mahatma Gandhi was a preacher of truth. He used to always speak the truth. And when he was born on October 2nd. And that is why on October 2nd we celebrate Gandhi Jayanti, that is birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. Every year on October 2nd we celebrate Gandhi Jayanti. And in which year he was born? He was born in 1869. Okay, very long back, in Gujarat, where the place is Gujarat. So he was born in Gujarat on which date? 2nd. In which month? October. And in which year? 1869. Okay, this completes your first sentence. Now see the next one. He belonged to a well-to-do family. Well-to-do means he did not belong to a poor family. His family was well-to-do, means they were rich. Okay. Throughout his school days, he remained a shy boy, but was a good and regular student. So when he was in school, he was a shy person. Okay, a shy boy means who don't talk immediately with someone. A very shy boy, like not mixing up easily with someone. He used to be alone with his studies and whatever his selected friends may be. So he was very shy. But he was shy, but also he was a good and a regular student. Regular means he never used to miss school. Always he used to go to school. He used to love school. So regular, he used to go to the school regularly. Okay, and he was a good student too. He later went to England to study law and became a barrister. So for his higher education, he went to England. And what did he study there? He studied law. Law means, you know, that judge, court, that is the law section. Okay, there is a judge, then the court, all the studies of the court is known as law. And he became a barrister. It is a degree in law, and he became a barrister. Then he returned to India and began to practice at the Bombay High Court. So he started working. He came back to India and then he started working in Bombay High Court. Okay, that is in Mumbai. But previously Mumbai was known as Bombay. Okay, the old name of Mumbai is Bombay. So he worked there in that High Court, Mumbai High Court. But he was not very interested in the legal profession. But what happened is, he was not interested in law. Legal profession means he was not interested in law. The judge, court studies, he was not interested. So he joined the struggle for India's independence. As he was not too much interested in this law field or legal profession field, he joined the struggle. He, made up his mind that I should do something for India. I should give freedom to India with non-violence and truth. So that is, he took that, he made a aim in his mind, and then he started the struggle for India's independence. Have you understood, children, the passage? A very, meaningful and a very, knowledgeable passage for you, which will be, very useful for you in secondary sections also. So this is a passage about Mahatma Gandhi. His small, part of his life is given in this passage. Now let us see the questions what are asked on this passage. First one is, where was Mahatma Gandhi born? So it is in the first para itself, we just now saw. Can you see the first line? Now see, the first sentence is, Mahatma Gandhi, an apostle of non-violence and preacher of truth. That you need not write, because the question is asked only, where was Mahatma Gandhi, when was Mahatma Gandhi born? So you will write from, Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2nd, 1869 in Gujarat. So that is your answer. See, Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2nd, 1869 in Gujarat. Okay, the first whatever is given, the apostle, that you need not write, because it is only asked. Stick to the question what is asked to you and write the answer according to that. Now the second one, how was Mahatma Gandhi in school? Now we all know how was he. Mahatma Gandhi was a shy boy, okay, but was a good and regular student. Though he was shy, but he was good also, and he was a regular student too. Okay, and write it in full sentence always. The answer should be written in full sentence. Now third one, what was he not interested in? He means here who? Mahatma Gandhi. So what was he not interested in? He was not interested in legal profession. Okay, so simple and sweet answer. It is given in the passage as it is, you have to write. He was not interested in legal profession. Now fourth one, give a word from the passage which means freedom. Okay, so you have to find a word from the passage which means freedom. And which is that word? What do we celebrate on 15th August? Yes children, we celebrate Independence Day, and freedom means independence. India got freedom on 15th August 1947. So the word in the passage is independence. So your answer is independence. Okay. Now the next one, mention the name of places given in the passage. Very interesting question. You have to write the names of all those places which are mentioned in the passage. And what are they? It is, first is, Gujarat in the first passage. We'll just go back and see. See, Gujarat in the first passage. 1 minute, I'll show it to you. Okay, Gujarat is there in the first passage. Okay, then second passage we will see, it's England. Okay, so England is another one. Okay, and then third para we'll just see, third is Bombay. Okay, and one more is there in this, Bombay and India. India is also a place. So there are 4 places which are mentioned in the passage. So we'll write the answer like this: Gujarat, Bombay, England and India. And all the names of the places will come in capital letters. The beginning of each place will come in capital letter because it is a proper noun. So there are 4 places mentioned in the passage which you have to write in this way. Okay, give a comma after every place, and when you are going to write last one, write and India. Okay, be very careful and don't make spelling mistakes. Okay, look at the passage and write the spellings correctly. So have you understood children how to solve an unseen passage? I hope you have understood what I have taught you in today's video, and practice the same passage, and you can write the answers on your own and then check it later on by looking at the video. Okay, thank you children, take care, goodbye.